Hey guys, Asif here at 3D Crypto. Hope everyone's doing well. And the big news coming out in the last 24 hours, ding ding, round 2 has begun. So guys, it's official. FOMO long round 1 has ended and FOMO long round 2 has begun. Obviously, we were all under the assumption and the illusion that FOMO long round 1 would last a very long time. In reality, it lasted just under 2 months, and we are at round 2. So guys, round 2 is now live. It is now active. So far, we've seen almost 5,500 Ethereum flow into the contract, and the pot is sitting very nicely at just over 1,200 Ethereum, which has been invested newly, and about 5,500, which is a pre-seed from round 1. So if you go back to the announcements, and this morning, Wednesday, 8 a.m., Justo released the announcement saying, look, the grace period is in effect. The countdown timer after round 1 ended was counting down from 2 hours downwards. The first hour of those 2 hours, nothing was able to be purchased. No keys were able to be purchased. So it was a grace period, as Justo called it. So what happened was, in essence, when that countdown timer reached 1 hour, then the round 2 began and people could go ahead and buy keys. And in that period, it was 1 Ethereum limit per person until, per wallet, sorry, until 100 Ethereum were placed into the contract. So, guys, round 1 did end. It ended not as most people thought it would end. Everyone thought a bot would win. This was not won by a bot. This was won by someone manually putting the transaction through and then buying up all of the gas, and then obviously buying up all of the gas slowed down the transaction. So it was timed very well, it was done very well, but there was a hell of a lot of Ethereum invested by this person. I think he invested more than about 60 Ethereum. He failed, or he or she or they failed multiple times, but in the end they kind of outbotted the bots. So FOMO 3D long was, from that point of view, a success. And then obviously the prize or the jackpot of just over 10,000 Ethereum, 10,400 Ethereum was distributed to this winner. And you can follow the chain, you can follow the whole contract, you can follow the whole transaction, and it shows this person withdrew over 10,000 Ethereum out of the contract by winning it into his personal wallet, and it was sitting at something about, I think it was $2.5 million. Obviously in today's market it was $2.5 million, but obviously if you had gone back just even a few weeks, it would have been double that, because Ethereum was at $500 per ETH, and it would have been about $5 million. So obviously life-changing sums for this person. So the announcement for round 2, because obviously this was the first round that ended, so even Justo and the rest of the dev team didn't know exactly what was going on when the counter would hit 0. Obviously everyone tried getting into round 2. Some people were lucky enough to get in at a really early stage. Some people got in there when there was like 500 ETH in contract, so just at different intervals. I actually got in there when there was, I think, just over 800 Ethereum in contract, and I still managed to snag myself just over 2,000 keys, and it's giving me some good returns. I've already, just from that initial buy of just over I think it was 1.5 ETH worth of keys that I purchased, I've already got back about 0.6 ETH in lockdown, or is it 0.5 in ETH? But it's like half an ETH in lockdown and the rest in exit scam rewards. The big news also was when the contract hit 0, the key was actually purchased through someone through the bear team. So what would have been resulted in a lot of Ethereum dividends or P3D dividends being distributed, it just went straight to the pot. At the moment, Ethereum is just at $269, $270. So it's the optimal time to go ahead and purchase Ethereum with fiat and use that ETH to buy some P3D or FOMO 3D keys. We look at the proof of weak hands supply, so the amount of Ethereum in contract, and as you can see, as soon as FOMO 3D round 1 ended, there was this huge kind of just leap up because everyone started buying back P3D, knowing that obviously everyone's going to be buying FOMO 3D long keys, and it's just going up, and it's going to earn more dividends for everyone else. Obviously, a lot of people chose the SNEC team, which distributes Ethereum rewards equally to P3D and FOMO 3D, but unfortunately the winner, unfortunately for us, but luckily or fortunately for the winner, they chose the bear team, so they got the most amount of return rather than distributing it with people over in P3D and in FOMO 3D. So guys, it is the best time to go ahead and buy some Ethereum and go ahead and pump it into P3D and FOMO, because this is round 2 starting all over again. It's the same as last time. We're going to have these a few weeks where the contract will slowly increase in FOMO 3D, and all of a sudden you'll get this big leap up where everyone will FOMO in, literally, as the contract and as the game's name suggests. So we are actually only at, if you look at it, we're only at about 1200 ETH in contract, because the pre-seed doesn't really count. So we are very, very early on in this game, guys. Very early on in this game. So if you guys want to get in, if you guys want to go ahead and play, it's very, very simple. Look at my previous videos. There's all these tutorials about how to go about playing the game, which team to choose. If you want to choose bear, whale, bull, or SNEC, you can just look at my previous videos that explain everything. So guys, I personally think we are on for another bull run. You've got to understand, with FOMO 3D, when round 1 happened, there was probably about 5,000 Ethereum in contract for about a few weeks, and then all of a sudden people started thinking, wow, there's 5,000 Ethereum up for grabs, and that's when it all just went crazy. So I'm anticipating it will be the same again with round 2. I'll see it as nothing different, because people have actually seen someone win huge amounts of money, and with these huge amounts of money, the greed factor pops in, and people are thinking, wow, if this guy done it, why can't we do it? And obviously it's true, you can do it. You've just got to be consistent. You've got to have a game plan. The person who won had a brilliant game plan and he executed it. Obviously it took him a lot of time to do it, but you guys can do it too. So to play FOMO 3D, very simple, exitscam.me/info. Go ahead to the ExitScam website. It will open up. You go down there to the tab that says purchase. You can enter however many keys you want, whether you want 10 keys, 100 keys, 1,000 keys, anything that you feel comfortable with and you think will give you some good returns. Go ahead and, for example, if you want 100 keys, type in 100, send ETH. It will tell you how much those keys cost. So 100 keys cost approximately $35, which is not too bad at the moment, because with gas prices low, gas prices aren't extortionate today. So as it stands, you can make some good returns if you get in now, if you get in quick. If you're getting off about 2 weeks, you'll still make returns, but it won't be as good as it is now, because you're going to get your lockdown amount. So the amount of ETH that will be released to you in the round, that will obviously increase with the more amount of Ethereum that flows in the contract, and your exit scam dividends that you receive from other people buying keys will also increase as the contract increases. So as I said, we are in the infancy stage of round 2. A lot of people thought round 1 wouldn't end for months, years, decades, but they were proven wrong. And round 1 shows that round 2 is winnable. So there's people are going to go about and say, look, but someone will use that same technique again. No, because now everyone knows that technique that was used. Other people will start making better techniques. They will, if they've got bots implemented to try and win the rounds, those bots will be upgraded and kind of taught and programmed to not be fall for that technique. So yes, it will be interesting to see how round 2 goes. So guys, if you pop into the P3D Discord chat, there's a lot of communication there from the dev team. There's a lot of discussion from other people in there. So if you haven't already jumped into the P3D Discord, please do go ahead. I'm always there most of the time. If I'm not there, someone else will be. Any feedback, any questions, any comments, please do not hesitate. Guys, we're all here to help. If you have any questions or comments for me personally, please leave them down below in the comments section, or hit me up on any of my social media links. Guys, round 2, as I said, is just beginning. We are at the infancy stage, and we will see some huge growth. All it takes is one person to throw in, for example, 50 ETH, 100 ETH, and that's when the FOMO starts, because people cannot help themselves and they cannot resist. And the brilliant thing about round 2 is that people know that it is winnable. They're not going to be sitting there for years and years on end. A lot of people said to me, oh, but my lockdown amount won't get released to me until I'm 50 because it will take 20 years for the round to end, or it's the jackpot will never be won because it will take years and years. But guys, this just shows that round after round after round, it is winnable. It will happen. People will devise different techniques. People will just get lucky, because you got to think, at that time when this person implemented this technique of really spending a lot on gas and trying to clog the network up, potentially someone with a 40 gas transaction could have easily stuck in and could have gone away with the whole pot, because this person thought, look, I've got the whole network congested with my transactions towards this contract, and if someone slipped in through the side, they would have walked away with the whole pot. This guy or these guys tried, they succeeded. There are other people that tried. They had bots out there that were trying to win the contract, and they spent in excess of 50 ETH, 100 ETH, 150 ETH unsuccessfully. So I'm guessing those guys will want to FOMO back in and try winning their money back, because no one likes losing money. So guys, any questions, any comments for me, please do leave them down below, or hit me up on any of my social media platforms. Please do subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and press the notification bell for the latest updates. Guys, if you appreciate the content that I put out on a daily, weekly basis, please do use my referral links. They are down below for FOMO 3D Long, FOMO 3D Quick, P3D, and everything else that I'm invested in. I would really appreciate that. Guys, as I always say, you work hard for your money, make your money work hard for you. And what better way for your money to work hard for you than invest it into FOMO 3D round 2. So guys, until next time, take care.